Hey guys, Asian TV here, welcome back to a new video. I've been trying to get into more anime recently, and the one that I got into right away was Seven Deadly Sins. It's an absurdly popular manga in Japan, and in the beginning of August of this year received its fourth season over on Netflix. And today I'll be going over my thoughts on the series slash season 4. Before we begin, obviously there will be spoilers ahead for the anime and manga up until where season 4 ends. So click off the video if you don't want to watch that. And at that, let's begin. So first thoughts of season 4, and honestly, I thought it was really good. From where I left off from season 3, it did a good job at adding to the story, having more backstories, and of course, add even more cliffhangers. Is it the best one? No, but it was still really good. Beginning with the characters, the season handled most of the characters in the way it needed to. Diane and King had literally the most character growth and relationship growth out of all of them. Can't really say that happened for Elizabeth and Meliodas, but I'll talk about that more in a bit. Another character who had a good character development was Gother. Before, he was sort of boring and he was just a weird guy who didn't understand love. But after a few episodes, we learned he actually did know love at one point. Gother just doesn't understand himself. His story was so sad. Like, real Gother being a demonic mage encaged in the demon world, learning of his past was so sad. Also Merlin. We learned she's a baby. Oh no. But seriously, Merlin seems to be more powerful than we originally thought. But for being the quote unquote leader when Meliodas stepped down, yeah, she was really good. And I'll be honest, Bond didn't do crap this season, nor did Elaine. Hawk was Hawk. Jericho didn't exist. Chandler was cool. Also Monspeet. Why you, man? Just why? Alright, finally for the characters, I'll be talking about Meliodas and Elizabeth. Their backstory was heartbreaking. When it was revealed, I was gaping in shock. The fact that the Demon King grants literally one of the most heartbreaking and mind-boggling curses ever, like, it blows my mind. Imagine someone you cared about, like, was forced to die in front of you, and he or she was reincarnated and came back to life multiple times. And you're forced to love her every single time, and she just keeps on dying again. Not to mention, Meliodas literally couldn't die, so he was forced to live this pain for years. I think they said Elizabeth died over 100 times? Like, that's crazy. I was also a little puzzled on Melios' quest. Like, I get that he wants to become the new Demon King to remove the curse, but that seems like such a complicated and an egotistical mindset to have. He didn't even sulk the sins Elizabeth no on. He wants to do it for her, but doesn't think of anyone else. But I didn't quite get why he couldn't just go for each commandment himself. Like towards the end when he had to get all the commandments to become Demon King, why couldn't he just get them himself? Like, I get it, plot relevancy, but why? Just waste of time. But I guess they needed a cliffhanger for Esterosa to get Elizabeth, whatever. So yeah, that's my thoughts of them. Some random things. I really like Chandler. I know it's weird, but he was pretty cool. Arthur's death was really random, and I have a theory coming up about that. The goddess people were pretty boring, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I thought it was cool having more Margaret screen time. That was cool. But the whole evil, Margaret become evil, that didn't really settle to me. So now I'm going to talk about my speculations for season 5. First, I think this is going to be the last season. They probably can go on based off the manga, but in my opinion, they really shouldn't. Predict that Arthur may come back to life. His death was super random to me, and I think the cat may foreshadow something. And finally, I'd actually like to get more unique, catchy, nice songs. Alright, so now I'll get into some of my favorite things of the show. Firstly, my favorite character is Melascula. My favorite scene from season 4 was the Meliodas and Escanor fight. I was so hyped for it, and it was really intense. So for season 4, I actually made a tier list for some of my favorite characters, and here it is on screen. This is also based off the movie, which was trash. Do not watch the movie. It's a waste of your time. But yeah, everything you see here is my opinion, and if you have a question or comment of one of my choices, feel free to let me know. Finally, for this video, I'll be talking about the very popular 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross mobile game. This game is like your average anime-like game where you need to collect gems to roll or draw for characters, but it's set in the 7 Deadly Sins characters world, which is cool to me because, I've watched the show. There's a PvP system, a meta, an in-depth story game mode, and lots of customizable features that's in the game. I can go more in depth in the game, but that's the basic stuff. Personally, I found out a lot of the game is fun. Late game, there's a decent amount of grinding, but not that much where you have to play all the time in order to succeed. The game is updated regularly, like almost every few weeks, with new outfits for every character and new characters and stuff like that. And it's for that custom team that you can make that really puts the game out there for me. Don't get me wrong, there are quirks, such as there's overpowered characters, cough cough, dear luck-based pull rates, and again, the grinding elements. But I think for what it's worth, those quirks should not make you look past this game, especially if you're a fan of the manga/show. Alright, so with that mini game review out of the way, that'll do it for this video. Overall, I really enjoy the Sins community and the series itself. It's unique and it's great for the first anime I've ever gone into. Season 4 was a good season for continuing the anime and making fans want more. Who's your favorite Sins character? Let me know down below in the comments. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Farewell.